Can you please explain to us how the game is going?
Okay, so this is how the game goes. I collect his phone and then like maybe go to his WhatsApp or any of his chatting apps and then just pick a contact and send something to it. But I will tell him what I want to send. Then I keep on making it harder till he says I want my phone back. But then if he still insists, I keep on sending whatever I want to send to whoever I want to send on his phone. So should we start?
Yeah, let's go.
Hope you don't have skeletons in your cupboard.
Not really.
Okay. So okay, 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 okay. So I have. Should I tell you the contact I'm sending it
Yeah,
to?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm sending it to Fatima in a bracket TH.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to send to her I love you.
Wow. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I am typing it. You with an emoji.
What? You did not say emoji.
With an emoji included. Okay, yes, let's just do like that. Sent.
Okay. That's one.
So she's not online, but then how would she reply? I wanted to see somewhere that was online. Okay, let's look for somebody else. Okay, we have football clowns,
Okay, okay.
and then somebody is typing.
Yeah.
So let's just say I would type football is boring.
No.
Or
Okay, yeah,
football
yeah, do
sucks.
it.
Okay?
No, football
Or
is boring. Football is
football
boring.
is boring. Sent.
Okay.
Okay, football is boring. Let's see somebody's response.
Can't believe I'm sweating.
You're sweating.
I am.
Football is boring. I'm waiting for somebody to respond, but then everybody's just acting like they didn't see what I said.
Yeah, they should. They should. They'll be like, that's just a very, very stupid message.
I want somebody to respond to this. Oh, there's Senorita here. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I think I'm
let's
calmer now.
see. You're calmer now.
Yeah.
Okay, what should I send to her? Is it a she or a he?
It's a she. Senorita is Mrs. Spanish.
It's a she.
Yeah.
Exactly, somebody has responded. Should I tell
Uh-huh.
you what the person said?
Yeah.
Then the person was like, then what the fuck are you doing here? Then the other person was like, get the fuck out of here, Sim. Then somebody was like, okay, get the fuck out of here then. I think I have three responses. Who else should I send to? Okay. The council. What's that?
It's like some of my guys.
Some of your guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I send a message? Okay. So I'm gonna take a picture of myself
Okay.
and then send it to them saying I found the one.
Yeah, do that, do that.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this.
It's their reaction I want to see.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm doing this. Okay? Let's look good for the camera. Because
Because you have to.
okay.
I just hope none of them know you.
Know me.
Yeah. It's very unlikely, but
I'm a celebrity, so you can't say that.
okay. Good point.
Okay?
If you're a celebrity, it makes it more interesting.
Yes, celeb. Allahumma la sahla. Why am I fidgeting?
Why are you fidgeting? I'm the one supposed to be fidgeting.
Are you sure you're calm?
Yeah, yeah.
See, I don't care. I'll just snap it anyhow. Or do you want to snap me?
No, no, no.
I hate snapping selfies.
Do it yourself.
I always look ugly in selfies.
Just so that you don't look ugly. I'm not sure I know how to take a picture, but here it goes.
Oh my god. Please tell me you snap.
Yeah. This is okay.
Oh, it's ugly.
Yeah, it's still okay.
Okay.
You don't look
Found
too
the
bad.
one.
most of them are even online right
Send.
now. So, okay.
Oh, somebody sent. Nobody cares. Oh,
Oh,
somebody
no.
said nobody cares. No, not.
that should be like
No, that's
Ali or
no,
Habib.
no, that's.
Oh, that's for the.
Oh no, yes, that's for
Okay, for
football,
the
is
football is
boring. And then
boring.
someone was like,
No
nobody
one
cares.
cares.
And then somebody replied, Kamal said, wow, that's lovely. Good for you, bro. And another person was like, good for you. Kamal was like, happy married life in advance.
That's too much.
So I think we're going to come to the end of this game.
Yeah,
Please
that's
don't try
a
with
lot.
my phone. I can't risk my phone. But then, for today, it was fun using somebody else's phone. Because I had the ability to do whatever I wanted with his phone. So
Thank
we've
you
come to
very
the
much.
end of the game session, which is the first session. We're moving on to the second session.
A technically faulty events coverage is no value for money. A crispy, clear, high-definition production, live stream, or online conference is our business. iMedia Communications, the final frontier for video production services.
Welcome back. This is still Twin Strip. This is our second segment, and on this segment, we'll be discussing a very important, or should I say, an interesting topic, which it's important to me, but then it can be important to everybody, which is volunteer work. So, Hanif, what what do you understand by volunteer work, or what is volunteer work, or how does volunteer work benefit us?
Yeah,
I won't
okay.
just say you.
So, volunteer work is usually going out of your own like comfort zone, doing really things that you aren't. It's not compulsory for you to do. They are usually necessary but not compulsory. Uh, and you do it majorly to help humanity, to help people. It's not supposed to benefit you 100%. It might benefit you in some cases, but usually it's not meant to benefit you. That's volunteer work, and volunteer work. I like volunteer work, especially
Why?
when I'm able to bring smiles to the faces of people. I love when people are happy based on because of what I have done. It
Okay.
also gives me more reward.
But you've never made me happy.
Smile.
Okay. We are talking about volunteer work. We have some few examples of volunteer work. We have engaging in charity, like assisting charity organizations. We have clean roads, assisting in building hospitals, or the little way you can, giving tzedakah. Then we have cleaning mosques. Like I myself, there was a time I took my siblings and like my siblings and I, there was this mosque we used to go and pray like when we were little. So there was a day I was passing through the mosque and then the kettles they were very dirty and then we were irritating. So I just took my sisters on Saturday and then I was like, okay, let's go and wash the mosque.
kettles.
But then I fell sick after that day because
The-
I am not used to going through. I'm not used to undergoing too much stress and then the dust. So I felt sick after that. But then Alhamdulillah, like after we left there, the people that went to pray in the mosque came to our house and then they were like thanking my dad and then he became celebrity like for that time. Everybody were like there was one that
What,
cleaned the mosque
one
and
thing
stuff
about
like that.
celebrity work is it might even be slightly disturbing or harmful to you, but then in the end, it gives you that pleasure of I've done something not for myself, for others that benefits others. It is that sense of joy, that sense of happiness in you when you do volunteer
Volunteer
work.
work.
Yeah. Normally, I before obviously not this last Ramadan, but previous Ramadans, I do
Okay.
take stuff to the mosque during iftar, and apart from that, I also decided I should get involved in the sharing process as well. It has opened my eyes to a lot of things
Exactly.
that you normally would see. I help now you get to interact with people that you won't meet on a normal daily basis. You hear some sides of their stories. And it also helps to know who really needs help and who
Who
doesn't,
doesn't
who
need
is
help or something
try
like that.
try in the help business. Yeah. So
Like, yeah, there was this time, I think last year, November, yeah, November/December. Do you know One Uma?
yeah.
Okay, One Uma is a charity organization whereby they sponsor students to schools, help the poor and the needy and orphans and stuff like that. So my dad happens to be part of One Uma. So they needed volunteers like last year, and I volunteered because I was around. Yeah, I was around. I was not in school then. I was writing post TN, right? So I was around. Then I volunteered, and should I say luckily I was given the post to stay with the orphans because, like, from the schools they sponsor students at, they pick the best. Like,
Yeah.
they have schools in Maiduguri, in Adamawa, and then they just pick the best from those schools and then fly them over to Nigeria to just see that convention, and then those students will prepare like a speech that they would talk about and something like that, appreciating One Uma. So I was opportune to stay with the girls. We had 6 girls, so I was opportune to stay with them at the place they stayed. The guy stayed at a hotel, and then we stayed in a house. So I was able to like interact with them. I even have a spiritual daughter. She calls me a spiritual mother, Zainab.
That's very
She
cute.
calls me her spiritual mother. So even if she should call me now, the first thing she says is my spiritual mother. As in, like, we left that after the whole thing ended. We are still like one as a family. I created a WhatsApp group for them. We still used to chat. Like last year, Salah, we sent each other our Salah pictures, and then that's. I was like, okay, yeah. Now if I should go to Adamawa now, I know I have somebody there. Even if I don't have a family member, because of what I did for One Uma, I know I have somebody I can go and stay with or something
And
like that.
even though as somebody that is doing volunteer work, you shouldn't expect something in return normally, but once you do volunteer work, you can have that rest of mind that one way or the other, if you're in difficulties, with Allah's mercy, somebody's gonna help you,
What
because
goes around
yeah,
comes
what goes
around.
around comes around. Yeah. So why do you think volunteer work is important for teenagers?
It's important for teenagers. Create that avenue for you to think of others and not only about yourself. Because teenagers are the future, sorry, our leaders of tomorrow. So when you do a volunteer work, you get to see things that you don't see as like a normal teenagers. That's the fact that you can now start thinking that, oh, okay, our leaders of today made this mistake, and that's why we have to do this volunteer work to assist this set of people. So if you should volunteer for a particular place or a particular organization, you would now have it at the back of your mind that when I become so person in the future, or when I become one of the leaders, I would like to do something like this. So it no longer becomes a volunteer work to people like me, because it might be stressful. So it no longer becomes a stressful volunteer work. It can still be a volunteer work, but then it's less stressful than the way it is like presently now. And then it's important for me, like when I did for One Uma, I had the certificate. So should, in case I'm writing my resume now, I can add that to my certificate, and then it's going to be.
That-
And and I don't know if they do it in Nigeria because I've not got into that. But then somebody that has done it before in America said she did a volunteer work, like they were cleaning the roads, and then she joined them, and then somebody snapped her. She added that picture to her resume, and then it gave her the job she was looking for. So you can see the power of a volunteer work.
that really helps, in getting your a good image out to potential employers, potential clients, business partners, you name it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a very good. Yeah, and then for teenagers now, we really need to come together as one nation, as one family, as humans. Now that there's a lot of fight against racism,
Yes.
sexism, and
Sexism,
and all not. We
feminism,
also,
and all the
apart from
ageism.
once we stop being racist openly, can we stop being racist inwardly as well?
Inwardly.
To people that are not in the same walks of life as us, people that all those other things. Yeah, it really gives us that open-mindedness, and as well, if you feel happy, you feel proud, you can go tonight and at night and sleep peacefully.
Peacefully.
Yeah, knowing
Because
that
you placed a smile on somebody's face.
and then, as potential leaders of tomorrow, like you mentioned, it also gives you that the problem that we have in this nation now is the fact that our leaders don't connect with the common man.
Yes.
But once you're doing these kind of things, you get to be able to connect,
Connect with the common
with the
man.
people.
So when you get to that place, you can have that experience or still
and be able to
remember.
work well.
Yes. So we have come to the end of this session of volunteer work. I would advise all my fellow teenagers out there to try as much as possible to volunteer in any organization. Nothing is too small. You can come and volunteer to me, or you can give me, if you send money, should I drop my account number so you send money to me to answer an act of volunteer? Because if you put a smile on my face, like if my phone should just sound pop up and then I just see, let's just say 10,000 naira. Nothing is too small actually, so I'll drop my account number later. So anywhere that wants to drop money, you can drop. It's an act of volunteer work. This is
You can also do random works, that doesn't have to do with organized. Pick up, trash from around.
Yeah, that's true.
Just being nice to people even, it can also be part of volunteer work.
Even smile.
Yes,
If you smile to
smiling
somebody.
is actually charity. So yeah. So we've come to the end of the second segment. We'll see you very soon in our third segment.
In the 21st century, you are not limited by your geographic location. With an effective use of media and the internet, you can speak to billions of potential customers at a go. Invest in advert and broadcast to generate brand loyalty and company traffic. iMedia Communications is here to help you produce and broadcast promotional videos for your businesses fashioned just for you. We offer services in video production to clients from startups to businesses, NGOs, and government agencies with a focus on advertising, marketing, and documenting. Contact us today to keep your business at the top of your customers' mind, attract new people, and keep them up to date on your products and services. We are at the forefront of event coverage and live stream of your special occasions. When you think of video production and live stream, think iMedia. Contact us at www.imedianigeria.net or info@imedianigeria.net or dial 0810-450-8155 or 0816-681-5377. At iMedia Communications, we don't give excuses, we simply get the job done in style.
Welcome back to the third and final segment of today's episode of Teens Drip, which we all know is the Pick and Tell segment. Yes, Iman, what are we doing?
Okay, the Pick and Tell segment or the Pick and Tell game is a game where we pick random questions, and we have three segments. We have personality, Islam, and general. I will pick two questions first, and then he'll pick two, and then we'll ask each other the questions, and then we'll do it for each session. So, we'll be starting with personality. Pick your questions. I hope you can see what is written.
Nah, I
behind.
can't. It's totally covered.
Okay, so would you start? I will read your question for you.
Okay, question 15.
15. Name one thing you're grateful for today and why.
Okay, so with the current trend of problems that we're having in Nigeria, insecurity and whatnot, I'm really grateful for my life. The way my life has gone, generally peaceful. I haven't had too many dangerous injuries or diseases, or whatnot, and I haven't had any security problems.
So, alhamdulillah.
So alhamdulillah for my life.
Okay. My first question is number 7.
Number 7. Why is it important to have good manners?
Important. Is it important? Okay, yeah, it's important to have good manners. It is important to have good manners because it speaks of your reputation, or it builds your reputation. If you have good manners, it automatically means you have good reputations, and then people will look at you with a good eye, I think so. And then it's good to have good manners because Islam permits, or Islam ordains, that we have good manners, or Islam makes it a compulsory part of us. As Muslims, we are all supposed to have good manners because I think that's life. Good manners is life.
Good manners is life. My first question number 4. My second question, actually, question number 4.
Oh, explain what you think your life will be like in 20 years from now. Married?
So yeah, inshallah, married, few children, inshallah. Working, hopefully with a big automobile company,
Okay.
Ferrari, hopefully, most
Okay.
likely, yeah. Um, by that time, we just maybe by the end of the year, by this time, we'll be wrapping up the Formula One World Championship, you know, something like that. Yeah.
So I would get a free Ferrari by then.
We'll see. We'll
No,
see.
no, 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 no.
We'll
We
see.
know we need to agree on that, and then we'll sign on it. So 20
No,
years
no.
from now, I'll bring it.
No, free Ferrari is not part of the deal.
So my second question is number 2.
Yeah. Number two, what would you do if someone said you did something wrong and you didn't?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yes, I don't need to explain myself if I know I didn't do it.
Really?
Yes, I don't need to explain myself
Even
if I
if
know I
you
didn't
get
do
to like courts and stuff? No?
it. No,
Nah.
you don't know me.
Okay.
No, I'm serious. I don't need to explain
No,
myself.
I'm not arguing with you.
Explain is worthless.
Really?
Yes.
Why do you
If you
say so?
explain for things that are not worth explaining, it's worthless. And then why do I have to disturb myself over
yourself.
something
But
that
you know,
doesn't
sometimes you
matter?
have to just, prove your innocence.
Yeah, I think in some cases. But then people that know me would know me too well.
Okay. Okay. So, second section. I think
Second
you pick
section,
first.
which is Islam.
Okay.
I hope I'm not asked to read Quran.
Two. Okay. So yeah, your what number?
My first question is number 4.
Number 4. Who are the 4 rightly guided caliphs?
Abu Bakr Siddiq, Uthman bin Affan, Ali bin Abi Talib. No. Abu Bakr Siddiq, Uthman bin Affan,
Yeah,
Ali bin Abi Talib,
Yeah.
Umar bin Khattab.
yeah, but you kind of scrambled them, but yeah,
Yes.
you're correct. Might not matter in this case. My first question is question number 9.
Number 9.
9.
Okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed Prophet Sulaiman with wisdom, Prophet Musa with eloquence. What did he bless Prophet Ibrahim with?
So Prophet Ibrahim was blessed with he was also blessed with wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had lots of blessings.
Yeah, he was blessed with the fact that Allah made him his personal friend.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. That's for me is one of the highest levels you can ever reach in anywhere. For Allah to call you, my
friend.
paddy,
Yes.
my G.
Khalilullah.
Yeah.
Then he was also blessed. He had 2 sons that were prophets.
Yeah, 2 sons are prophets. At a very old age as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very big blessing.
Okay, so my next question was number 6.
Number 6.
I said I don't want to read.
What's your
And then
favorite
they are
verse
asking me
in
to
the
read.
Quran?
Ya Salam.
What's your favorite verse in the Quran?
My favorite verse. And they said I should recite it.
Yeah.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اعلموا أنما الحياة الدنيا لعب ولهو وزينة وتفاخر بينكم وتكاثر في الأموال والأولاد كمثل غيث أحجب الكفار نباته ثم يهيج فتراه مصفرا ثم يكون حطاما وفي الآخرة عذاب شديد ومغفرة من الله ورضوان وما الحياة الدنيا إلا متاع الغرور.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Oh, beautiful recitation. Why don't you? I think you don't like showing off your recitation skills. Yeah, I understand.
I was scared I was going to break. Something like that.
But it was smooth, very smooth.
I knew my voice was breaking, kind of.
Okay, so my question is question number 10.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Do you know the prophets Yusuf, Nuh, Ayub, Zakaria? Share some lessons with us.
Okay, so
So starting from Prophet Yusuf.
Prophet Yusuf, he was disturbed by his brothers. He was hated by his brothers actually, Then he was kind of kicked out of the house.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he's been sold into slavery. From there, he's being framed. And then after that, he gets thrown into prison. You know, and then everything becomes good. The lesson from this story is, فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا.
Yes.
Whatever difficulties is
there is
happening to you,
there's always
at the end, there's always gonna be ease. No matter what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, and even sometimes within the difficulty, you find something that makes you feel at ease
Yes, that's
with
right.
whatever
Okay.
is happening. So
Then
you should never
Prophet-
give up hope. Yeah, Prophet Nuh. But Nuh, he calls his people for 950 years, and he only has a few followers. Like even a wife of his and one of his children, they don't
Yeah.
believe in him.
Yeah, his son.
So yeah, one lesson is that you should be very patient, and another lesson is you shouldn't let somebody's closeness to you. You shouldn't take it for granted, or how do you say it? Like you shouldn't. Whatever the case, you don't put anybody in a situation where he's sinless
Yes.
to you, or anybody in a situation where he's always doing wrong. He can never be good to you. So that you have, in case people can change, and people can become better, people can become worse, and you should also have this goodness about them in you. Yeah. And then no matter what bad somebody has done to you, you should still have a good mind for them. Prophet Noah still prayed for that his son until Allah told him, no, he's not. You shouldn't
He's
be
not one
prayed
of
for.
us.
Yeah.
He's not one of us.
Yeah. So Prophet Ayub as well, he has everything, and then he has nothing. Nothing to the point that his wife even wants to leave him.
Yes.
Yeah. So another lesson is patience as well from this story, and then a second lesson is that Allah tests everyone. Yeah, with different things, and you can go from hero to zero and from zero to hero in any situation. So we should just have patience, trust in Allah. He's in charge of us. Prophet Zakaria is somebody that is very very believing in Allah, very pious, and this also teaches us that Allah can do anything He wants. Prophet Zakaria as a prophet, he was surprised, like, how am I supposed to have a child when I'm this old? My wife too is very old, she's barren. And then Allah is like, this whatever your Lord wants to do, you will do. Just
Kun
chill.
fayakun,
Yeah.
be and
Exactly. So yeah, that's what.
so
this
all
was
the
about.
prophets have lots of lessons to learn
Yeah.
from. So just
everyone, no
check
matter
out
how,
all the prophets.
even if the story in the Quran might be just 2 verses in some prophets' cases, they
all
still have
lessons,
lessons.
yes. So the third session, which is general.
General,
Because
I pick first. Should we do it this way? The questions I pick, I ask you.
no. I'll stick to my questions. My fingers are lucky, so they'll pick easy questions for me.
Okay. Okay. So I have number 5.
Number 5. He said, "Do you find reading important,
Yeah.
and why?"
Reading is important because it's your door and your gateway to the world from wherever you are. People can say if you watch films it's the same thing, but reading gives you a different kind of experience, and you get to put especially books that don't really have illustrations, even those that have, you still get to put your
Picture
imagination
everything, yes.
at work, and this really helps for people that want to be creative with whatever they want to do. Yeah. So
Yeah,
reading
like
is
they
very
say,
important.
Readers are leaders.
Yeah, readers are leaders.
So my first question is 11.
Question 11. Is it possible to understand happiness if there's no sadness?
No.
Why?
It's a two-sided coin. If there's an up, there's always a down. To know what's up, you need to know what's
Know what's
down.
down.
So to understand happiness, you need to know sadness.
But I can look forward without looking back.
How?
I'm looking forward.
How do you know it's front?
That's true. You can. There's always.
There's
There's
always
only.
a back.
There's always a
So,
back if there's a front.
To know this is front, you need to know that
Yeah,
that
there's-
was
there's
back.
back.
You can't just know that this is
Yeah.
front without knowing that there's back and something like that. That's how it works.
Okay. Question 12.
12. It said, "Is every child unique?"
I say yes because no matter how similar two people are, there's always a difference between them. No matter how identical twins are, there's always a way to differentiate. Oh, this is this person, this is that person. No matter how, even if one twin decides to do plastic surgery, there's always a difference between whether it's physical or in characteristics. and every human being has their own fingerprint.
Fingerprint.
Everybody has their own personality, no matter how slight differences may be.
Okay, apart from that, I have cousins that are twins. They've been around us for the past 9 years, but then they've been staying at my house for the past 9 months, but I still can't differentiate them. I just used to call both of them Ejima. I don't know who is Hassana. I don't know who is Husseina. I just call both of them
Well,
Ejima.
I used to
when
have-
both of them come, then I would just. There was a day I wanted to give Hassana something, and then I saw Husseina, and then I was like, Hassana, take. She collected it, and then she drank it. Then when Husseina came, and then she was like, Auntie man, where's my? And I turned and looked at her. So it's kind of hard for me. Even
I used to
there's
have
no fact
a way to differentiate, but now I think I've lost that as well. I don't really differentiate since twins anymore. So usually I use character, but that one even doesn't always work because
Yes, it does always work.
mood swings and,
And
you
then
know, yeah,
before you get to understand their character, you need to
you need to study them.
okay,
What's your
my last
Your
question
last
is
question.
number 15.
Number 15. What are some things you think adults do wrongly?
Criticism.
Explain.
Adults and teachers and parents and everybody above you or even below you criticize a lot. Like they act by what they see, they act by what they hear, not wanting to hear your own side of the story. Except for people that are very close to you, except for people that know you, except for people that understand you. Like even come to see the fact of your parents. When somebody comes to report you did something outside or something like that, your parents might jump into conclusion at that time, but then after they would now come to listen to, but then the deed has been done. So parents, adults, and all these people should not just jump to conclusion at some times. They should just chill, but then it differs in what they say they do and then what they don't do. And then as human beings, we all have that thinking ideology. When something just come, our adrenaline just burst, and then we need to respond to it or something like that. So at that particular time, our brain is just anger, and then that anger just comes out at that time. But then if we are calm, and then so we can't really judge them. But then they should also try on their own part to stop criticizing. Most times we do things out of other things, and then they just need to listen to why we do them.
One thing I have, the problem I personally have is comparing two different people or two different, if
Comparing.
no two people are the same,
the same, like
especially
what you said,
not
people
just
are
on the outside as well,
the
even on the
inside.
inside. You don't know everybody's
Everywhere.
background story. You don't know what they've been through.
Yes,
Yeah, and adults they always like to compare.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
another thing they do compare is two different generations as well. They compare. You people you
When I was
press
your
phone too much.
age.
During the good old days,
We were like this, we were like that. And that's
it's
true.
just something I
Parents do
despise.
that, like, if you should come second, they'll be like, person that took first, does he have two
Does he
heads?
have two heads?
Does what?
No.
Does what?
It's-
Can't you see? Can't you
things
see?
happen.
Can't you see this? She's this. She's
We're
that.
not,
Like,
we're not made the same,
Ah.
and nobody's perfect as well.
Like there was a-
Sometimes they do this to encourage you, but I
Yes.
think for us it's actually demoralizing,
Demoralizing us,
because
yes.
my parents they are pushing me too hard. They do this, sometimes they don't trust me, even though I'm trying my best and whatnot. Sometimes you see somebody, he just gives up.
Yeah.
Because it's too
Because
much
of
for him.
this.
At
Like,
the end,
exactly,
even if I try my
stress and
best, I won't get
everything.
100%. So just do anyhow and it's the same shouts they shout at me.
Have you watched Akila and
So
B?
yeah.
You remember that guy, the last guy, Dylan?
Yeah,
Dylan,
yeah.
like he was like his father was always
Yeah,
pressurizing
always
him.
pressurizing him. And
You
then-
came second, like
Yeah.
every time, and you must make
And,
first
and
this
as
time. And
he
then
doesn't, he didn't really care
exactly
anymore.
at the end he was
Was
like,
yeah,
"You
so
should
was
just
there.
go for it."
And
So
I don't really want to mention this part, but then it's almost like parents want to push you to become what they failed to be.
yeah.
They see you as a new project of theirs that wasn't accomplished during their time,
Exactly.
or they see maybe one child as a failed project and one child as a project that doesn't want to fail as the first one. So yeah.
When you just said this, I just remembered. Do you know Tenny, a Nigerian musician?
Yeah, I know that,
There was this song of hers that she was like, she said it in Yoruba, and don't laugh at me.
no.
She was like, Ibiti daddy mi ode, my day bear my to koja.
Yeah.
Ibiti, like where her dad did not get to, she would
She will
get there
and
and then she
still
would pass
get
or something
past.
like that. So
We all
that's
we all
what
have
the idea
those
was.
aspirations, but then sometimes you need to just allow them to find their path sometimes. Somebody wants to do, somebody knows how to sing. Instead of deterring him from singing,
From singing.
you can make him do singing in a way that is productive. Productive to himself, productive to others, and he can always have more than one way of being successful or having income.
We are speaking to Nigerian parents on this last question. Please allow us make our decisions
Yeah.
by ourselves. Nobody is the same. We are all unique. So
You're
allow
all
me
unique,
make my own
and
choices.
also please
allow my parents
try
allow me make my own choices. Allow him make his own choices.
try to understand us better. Try to give us more breathing space, basically. Don't be on our necks all the time.
So on this note, we will be ending this session of Teens Dream. You can be our guest. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe,
And
hit
do
the
share with your friends.
notification.
Yeah, they need to see stuff like this.
Yeah,
Share with
hit
your
the
friends, share with your
notification
siblings, share with your parents. This last part needs to get to them, all of them. Yeah.
And I would like to see more youth here so we can express ourselves really. Don't worry, nobody's going to beat you.
Yeah.
Even if they'll shout at you after this. But then, bye. See you
Bye-bye.
next time.